Southern California is facing severe weather conditions as a powerful winter storm delivers heavy rainfall across the region during the Christmas holiday. The storm has caused widespread flooding, forced evacuations in vulnerable areas, and disrupted transportation across several counties. Meteorologists say the system is driven by an atmospheric river, a weather phenomenon that transports concentrated moisture from the Pacific Ocean toward the west coast. When these systems make landfall, they can produce prolonged and intense rainfall, especially when they slow down or stall over a region. In this case, steady rain has fallen across coastal areas, inland valleys, and foothill communities, overwhelming drainage systems and causing water to accumulate rapidly on streets and highways. Emergency officials have issued flood and flash flood warnings, urging residents to remain cautious and limit travel. Local authorities report flooding in multiple urban areas where storm drains were unable to handle the volume of rain. Vehicles were stranded on submerged roadways, and emergency responders were dispatched to assist motorists and residents in affected neighborhoods. In hillside and canyon regions, officials expressed particular concern about the risk of mudslides and debris flows. And these areas are considered high risk, especially where recent wildfires have removed vegetation that normally helps stabilize soil. As a precaution, evacuation orders were issued for select communities deemed vulnerable to slope failure. Emergency shelters were opened to accommodate displaced residents. Officials emphasized that evacuation orders were issued to protect lives, noting that debris flows can occur suddenly and without warning during heavy rain. Major transportation routes were impacted by the storm. Sections of highways and local roads were temporarily closed due to flooding, fallen debris, or unsafe driving conditions. Public transportation services experienced delays, and authorities advised travelers to monitor updates before heading out. Air travel was also affected as heavy rain and reduced visibility caused flight delays at several Southern California airports. Airlines issued advisories encouraging passengers to check flight status before arriving at terminals. Strong winds accompanying the storm caused additional disruptions. Downed trees and power lines led to electricity outages in some areas, prompting utility crews to begin repair work as conditions allowed. Officials warned that restoration efforts could take time if severe weather continues. State and local governments activated emergency operations centers to coordinate response efforts. Fire departments, law enforcement agencies, public works crews, and medical services were placed on heightened alert to respond to emergencies and assist affected residents. California emergency management officials stated that conditions remain dynamic, with additional rainfall expected as the storm system continues to move through the region. Residents were advised to stay informed through official weather alerts and to follow instructions from local authorities. The officials stressed the importance of avoiding flooded roadways, noting that even shallow water can be dangerous and unpredictable. Drivers were reminded that many flood-related rescues occur when vehicles attempt to cross submerged streets. The storm has disrupted holiday activities for many residents, turning what is typically a travel-heavy period into a public safety concern. Emergency responders continued operations throughout the holiday, prioritizing rescues, evacuations, and hazard mitigation. Meteorologists noted that while winter storms are essential for replenishing California's water supplies, intense rainfall concentrated over short periods increases the risk of flooding rather than gradual absorption into reservoirs and groundwater. As the storm continues, authorities remain focused on public safety and damage assessment. Residents in affected areas are urged to remain cautious, limit unnecessary movement, and prepare for rapidly changing conditions. Officials say further updates will be issued as the situation develops and as weather conditions evolve across Southern California.